G'day everyone, it's Warriors NRL Fanatics here. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Hope you're all doing well on this Wednesday afternoon. And yeah, I'm here to give you guys my preview for the NRL pre-season challenge. It's actually our last pre-season hit out before we head to Vegas for our clash against the Raiders in round one. But yeah, before getting into it, if you are a new viewer or returning viewer to the channel, please make sure you don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. It helps push the content out to more viewers, and it's absolutely free as well. It doesn't cost anything at all. And yeah, it also is much appreciated. And don't forget to give the stream a like. Make sure you click the thumbs up button on the live stream as well. And don't forget as well to make sure you interact in the live chat as well. So I know you guys are here. So make sure you put your comments and thoughts into the live chat as well. It's all much appreciated. And also, guys, we've also started up a NRL tipping comp. So if you guys haven't seen, the link is in the live chat there and the code to join the NRL tipping comp. So go and click on that link, or go and click on that where the code is, and yeah, go put that into the NRL tipping website is where the comp will be done. So we're going to preview the Storm game. Storm Warriors down at FMG Stadium in Waikato and Hamilton on Saturday. That's right, I will be doing a live watch along for the preseason clash this week. And I'll also be doing a live watch along for the All-Stars game as well. So I'm going to go through the team list, go through the team list for both sides, and give my thoughts on players to look out for in particular in this pre-season trial game. But guys, don't forget to like, as always, click that like button on the stream. Make sure you are interacting in the live chat as well. And yeah, interact your thoughts and questions and comments in the live chat. And yeah, what I'm going to do is preview this game coming up on Saturday afternoon. We've got 6 viewers in the chat at the moment, so 6 viewers here. Can you make sure you don't forget to give the stream a like, click the thumbs up button, share the live stream around everyone. Make sure you share this live stream around. It all does also help in terms of pushing the content out to more viewers, new viewers, returning viewers. And yeah, it's much appreciated. It's absolutely awesome if you guys could do that as well. Hello to Interwebby in the chat. We've got Interwebby. Hope Interwebby you're doing well here. This thing Healy is a gun. I'm calling it now. Hello to Tahi bro in the chat, the mod. Hope you're doing well, Tahi. Good to see you in the chat as well. Like I say, guys, don't forget NRL tipping comp. The link is in the live chat. So if you want to join the Warriors NRL Fanatics NRL tipping comp for the season, go ahead and click on that link, or click on the code there, and yeah, put in that code, and you guys sign up for the NRL tipping comp, because that is absolutely free. It's for a bit of fun. So if you want to jump in for a bit of fun, no money involved, of course. Just jump on there and sign up for an account. If you don't have an account, you need to sign up for an NRL on the NRL website, and yeah, join the tipping comp there. But it's all in the live chat. Right, let's get into the game. So I just got a few viewers now, so I just thought I'd wait for a few more viewers to jump in and interact in the chat. So we've got 7 viewers at the moment. Hello to Jacko as well. Good to see you in the chat, Jacko. Hope you're doing well. So let's begin with this game. Right, so looking at the team list, few changes this week. Obviously, you've got a few players lining up for the Māori All-Stars. So big congratulations to Chance Nicol-Klugstad, who's lining up for the Māori All-Stars on Saturday afternoon down there in Sydney. And of course, a couple of others. Fisher Harris as well has been named to play for the Māori All-Stars. And Dallin, of course, is out due to that elbow. I think it's an elbow injury there, or an arm injury there. Yeah, and he is actually going to be missing for quite some time, which is a big blow for us in particular. It's not ideal. But yeah, hopefully he has a speedy recovery. But it's a shame, really, that he is out before round one. Not ideal at all. It's just not great news for the Warriors in particular. So that is going to really test our depth in the outside backs in particular, which, you know, Was a little bit, of a thing of a bit of a worry going through the season, if this sort of thing can happen. Obviously we saw Kossi play there last week. Kossi was not great at all, to be honest. But yeah, wrist injury, that's right. So broken wrist from my memory there. Yep. Thanks for the correction there, Jacko. Absolutely, it's a broken wrist. So apologies there. I knew it was something to do with his wrist there, but yeah, broken wrist injury for Darlin Watini-Zelezniak there. So it's a big blow there. But just looking into the ins for this week's game for the Storm, Chanel Aristotevita's been named. Geronimo Doyle, Kalani going, Leka Haliasima. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck is also back from his little niggle injury from last week. And Tom Ale has also been named, with, of course, the outs of Pompey, Chancellor Klugstad, DWZ, Laban, Fisher-Harris, and also Barnett, who's not playing in this game. So he has been rested. And, of course, our co-captains have been named already, like we talked about last night with this Warriors Live podcast and Will Evans. So we already gave our thoughts on that one, but yeah, go and check that out. But look at the Warriors team list. So fullback there, Tane Tawapiki. Good to see Tane there, named at the back. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck on the wing. And Ali Liatawa is in the centres with new centre pairing and Eddie Iremia Tuava. Edward Kosi has kept his spot on the wing this week, so he's named there. And Tamari Martin, 5'8", with Luke Metcalf at halfback, which is interesting because still no Tana Boyd. So I believe Tana Boyd has still got a bit of an injury as to why he has not actually been named to play in this particular trial. So Tana Boyd's just arrived at the club, but unfortunately, it looks like he's nursing a bit of an injury at the moment, so we don't get to see him in the trials or the preseason this year. So we don't know when we'll see Tana Boyd in this Warriors side this season. Hopefully we will see him at some stage, but doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon. So yeah, Tamari Martin and Luke Metcalf get another opportunity to play together. Bunty Afoe's actually been named to start this week in the prop position with Wade Egan, who is captaining the side for this trial game, and he's the starting hooker, with Jackson Ford returning to the side as he wasn't playing in the first trial, so he is named at prop. And Dimitri Vamuanga is actually named in the second row, starting with Kirk Capewell, with Aaron Clark in the lock position at 13. So the bench reads Dylan Walker, Marata Niokore, Leka Haliasima, and Tom Ale, and that's the 17. And hello to Warriors Forever. Hello to you. Hope you're doing well. And I'll just run through the rest of the side. So Samuel Healy, Tanner Stowers-Smith, Freddie Lussick, and Chanel Harris-Tavita. Geronimo Doyle, Luke Hanson, Kalani Going, Moala Graham Taufa, Sio Cully, Motu Pasikala, and Jet Cleary is also been in the reserves again. So we may get to see him play a bit of more first grade for this game against the Storm. So, yeah, just going through the Storm lineups, looking at the Melbourne Storm and how they line up for this clash in the preseason. So, fullback, Sua Lave Fungo. Kane Bradley on the wing, Michael Jennings centres with Kobe Williamson. Setu too, the former Warrior, actually lining up against the Warriors, and he's named on the wing for the Storm. So that's interesting. I didn't think he would be playing for the Melbourne Storm this year, but he is. So he must be playing the Queensland Cup or the reserve grade team for the Storm. So that's interesting. He's lined up against the Warriors. So CT2, a name that Warriors fans should know very well from his days in our reserve grade side there. So that'll be interesting. Tyran Wishart, 5'8", and Keegan Russell-Smith, halfback, with the new recruit, Stefano Utukamanu, starting for the Melbourne Storm at prop. The hooker is Bronson Garlick, and the other prop is Lazarus Valalepu. Apologies if I pronounced it wrong. And the other second row is Atavulu Lissiti, and Joe Chan, and the lock is Angus Hinchy. And in the bench of Stanley Hune, Connor Page Wilson, Nathaniel Roach, which is an interesting one. There's a well-known name for Warriors fans, and Ben Talty. So that is the 17, and then the reserves for the Storm of Morgan Harper, Jake Goulding, Hugo Peel, Josh Billing, Suali Pole, Vaka Sika Hali, Preston Con, and Liam Williams, and Eli Morris, and yeah, I won't say the rest of the forwards. Can't pronounce the names quite well, so apologies for that. But yeah, if you guys want to see the full Storm reserves, just go and check that out. So apologies if I butchered some of these names. Not the best in terms of some of the pronunciation, guys. So my bad. And look, I don't mean any disrespect at all to some of those players. Yeah, not the best with pronunciation of Polynesian names, and I need to get better and learn that one there. But that's the Storm lineup, guys. So that's the Storm lineup. Look, I think as you expect with Melbourne, not a full strength lineup. They were never going to name a full strength lineup for this clash. But yeah, just going to the chat, guys, to listen to what you just read what you guys are saying in regards to this game. Jacko's saying everyone raved about losing Zion, but Setu is a bigger loss. Jacko's also saying he wants to see CHT get lengthy time at 6, as he will complement Meds quite well, in my opinion. Yeah, and obviously, I was talking to Will last night from This Warrior's Life, and we were mentioning Chanel Harris-Tavita. But talks around Chanel Harris-Tavita, and giving him some game time as well. So look, if Tana Boyd isn't available, then sure we'd love to see a bit more of Chanel in the 5'8" spot in the halves, because Tamari Martin, he's still got to go out there and prove a point, because look, I feel like he didn't do that last week against the Sharks. He's going to have a very big game in this one in particular for me. But Jacko's saying here, true Tahi, but Taupiki's okay on the wing to fill until Dallin Watini-Zelezniak is back. Yeah, I do feel like Kane should be on the wing for Dallin until Dallin is back in the side. So that's what I reckon. He should be in there. Ed Cossey has been given another crack. Look, I hope he does go out there and prove me wrong, but it remains to be seen, right? He hasn't done that since coming into first grade. He's been given so many opportunities, but hey, this is another trial, so we'll see what he can do. But look, in all honesty, I think Kane should get that position on the wing there. Jacko's also saying here, month until round 2. Hopefully, Dylan Lesniak is okay, but unlikely. Yes, it doesn't look likely, Jacko. It looks like he's going to be out for a few weeks. And also Rocco as well. He's still indefinite. We don't know the actual news on whether Rocco, how long he's going to be out for. So that's a bit of a shame itself. So going into the season, you don't want injuries, and we've already got a couple already, which is a bit of a worry. Indeed, it's going to test us, but like I say, it's rugby league at the end of the day. You can't expect players to just not get injured, but it's not great. It's not great at all. So hopefully DWZ does, come back and recover real quickly. Tahi's saying we need Dallin Watini-Zelezniak because slocks are low quality out wide. Absolutely, they definitely are very low on quality at the moment. Especially when you think of who's our backup option moving forward. I'm seeing a lot of people suggest we should go after another winger. Look, it wouldn't be a bad shout. There's not many players out there at the moment off contract, off the market, especially. But do you look at blooding within, like the juniors? You bring in a younger player. Look, I'd probably say Cossey's nowhere near the 17 at the moment, just in my opinion. So, yeah, Warriors forever saying Cappy shot the team in the foot, released Montoya in 2, and not sign a sensible replacement if Artius goes down, which could happen knowing his injury history. We are toast. Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that one. Warriors forever for sure. It is a bit of a worry, no doubt about it. Because then we'll be relying on, someone coming through, the younger grades, and we're pushing them into the first grade. And that's just pushing a bit of pressure on some of the younger players to come and fill that spot. So Jack is saying here, Kossi should move to edge forward for season cup. He could be good there. Look, you never know, but look, obviously he's played wing before, so I don't know. I just don't see that happening, Jacko. I would start Tane, Tuapiki, or Pasikala on the wing. Yeah, why not? I would definitely give Pasikala a bit of a crack there on that wing spot, or Tane. But I love to see Tane there. I know Tane's a fullback, a starting fullback going forward. I know a lot of people want him at fullback over Chance Nickel Klugstad, but CNK, look, I think CNK's done enough to keep that fullback spot. In all honesty, it's just my opinion. But look, I would love to see Tane at fullback too, but I think Chance has done enough to keep his spot there right now. But obviously, with Dallin there, it opens an opportunity for Tane to come in and play on the wing. And look, Tane did well on the wing last week against the Sharks, so I know he's playing fullback this week. It's a different position, but he could fill in that spot quite easily, I think, in my opinion. Hello to Blake in the chat. Keep the faith in our boys. It's our trial game, so hopefully they improve over time. Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure we definitely do. I've got a lot of faith in the boys for sure. It's only a trial game at the end of the day. And look, against the Sharks, I didn't think we played too badly. We had a couple of mistakes, but that was the first trial game of the season. So look, obviously it's a long year. Anything can happen. So yeah, we'll definitely improve over time, and the combinations will get better and gel more often. But obviously, we want to see some improvement in the trials as well. So yeah, no doubt about it there, Blake. But yeah, just looking at it. So the Warriors lineup, in particular, I think it's majority of these players will probably line up in round one. I'd say majority, like Leah Tower would be starting the centres. Roger will be definitely on the wing. So we get our first glimpse of Roger starting on the wing this year. So that'll be interesting nonetheless. Yeah, apparently there's talks that he's been training very hard, and that's good signs as well for Roger this season. Obviously, he wants to have a big year. Last year wasn't quite his best season, but obviously starting in a new position, coming from rugby, it was never going to be easy for him for sure. The biggest talking point for me going into this trial, I'll probably have a look at the halves, like I said again, with Tamari Martin and Luke Metcalf. Luke Metcalf, in particular, in that first trial game against the Sharks, was very strong. I do feel like Luke is in for a big one this season, and obviously he needs his other halves partner to help him. And the interesting thing here is Tamari's been named at 6 and Luke Metcalf's been named at 7 again for this game. So Tamari's playing at 6 and Metcalf the halfback. Now, I think Tamari Martin, if he's playing, I think Tamari's better off at 7 and Luke would probably be better off at 6. But that's personally my opinion. I think Tamari's not really a good 5'8". I think he's more of a halfback, and that's how I personally see it. So I do hope Tamari has a big game. I really do. I really hope he has a good one. He needs to prove a point. He needs to have a big game. He needs to be consistent this year, in my opinion. So, yeah. Steve, hello to Steve in the chat. Hi, guys. I think Kossi is about to finally repay Webby's patience starts regularly. He's powerful, fast, and has time to shine, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, look, that's a fair comment, Steve. He's definitely been given a lot of opportunities to shine in first grade, no doubt about it. But look, I do hope he comes out there and proves me wrong, and it proves a lot of people wrong. But is our best second backup winger? I'm not sure. I hope he does come out there and have a blinder this week. Hope he doesn't make a mistake. Hope he scores a try. Hope he proves me wrong and puts egg on my face, because that's what I would want to see more of. But yeah, I don't know. Just the way I see it is, he's been given the chances throughout his career in Warriors colours. Not quite been able to be that consistent enough to stay on the side each week. But that's just me. Obviously, if we're fully fit, he wouldn't be in this side altogether. So that's what I personally believe. Tahi Bro is saying, yeah, Kosi is in 30. And, yes, Kosi top 30. He definitely is in the top 30. Yeah. So, moving on with the Kosi talk. So, another lookout for me is the forwards. Dimitri Vavawanga with Jackson Ford. Now, Jackson Ford, going into this year, I think personally he's under a bit of pressure. I think he's under a lot of pressure to perform this season. Now, I think with Jacko, last year, well, look, he was very frustrating. I'm not going to lie. He's cut up a few mistakes, couple of penalties given away. The odd obstruction. Every time. Like, as a fan, it was really frustrating to watch. So I do feel like Jackson Ford needs to have a strong trial game. He needs to play well in this trial because I honestly don't see him in my starting 17 at the moment. That's just my opinion because you look at Vamuanga, you look at Laban, I think they're ahead of Jackson Ford in the pecking order, in the forwards at the moment. And then you've got Fisher Harris and the likes, Barnett, they'll be starting. So where does Jackson Ford fit in the 17? Is he on the bench? Is he starting? I think based on what I saw last year at the moment, he's not quite in it. But let's say he does have a strong trial against the Storm, then, there's a potential where he can get in. But this is just my opinion. I feel like Ford's not quite, done enough at the moment. But if he plays well this week, he may find a spot in the 17. But then you've got Kurt Capewell as well. He's going to be in the starting 17 altogether. Aaron Clark, who I thought was great last week against the Sharks. I thought he played particularly well. Just looking at our bench, Walker, Marani Okore, Lekahali Seaman, Tom Ale. It's a very strong bench. Tom Ale, especially, he's going to want a big, strong performance to get into the 17 for round one against the Raiders. And it's good to see Leka Haliasima as well being named on the bench. I want to see Leka in action. I just can't wait to see the excitement that he brings to the table because we saw how strong he was last year for the Warriors, in particular on his debut game. So I can't wait. Can't wait to see what Leka can bring off the bench and how strong, he goes in terms of his performance and looking to push his claims for a starting 17 spot there. And Blair is also saying here, Vamuanga is a beast, hoping the competition for slots brings the best out of Ford. Yeah, it's going to have to be Blair for sure. Definitely going to need to be at his best Ford each week, consistently to get into the side because you've got the likes of Vamuanga who is pushing his claim for a spot in the 17. So, look, I think Vamuanga's got real potential to do, something special this season. The potential's so high for me for Vamuanga. Now, obviously, last year we didn't get to see a lot of him. I think him being in the side is a real good opportunity as well. And Jacko's saying a huge potential for Leka. He just needs a season first grade to really hit the stripes. Yeah, absolutely, definitely does for sure. In my opinion, he has got to, be in the regular side more, to get, to be able to show his true potential. Sorry, guys, true potential there. In my opinion. So yeah. So also Jack Tahi Bro, hello. So Tahi Bro's just put a comment here, but the writing is on the board. The youngsters are looking good. Yeah, they definitely are, Tahi. They definitely are for sure. We've got some very good young forwards coming through, and just watching our junior pathways teams, we've got some good young forwards coming through that system as well. So we're not light on forward depth for sure. Obviously, there's a couple of other areas that we do lack in, but I think our forward pack is particularly looking good at the moment with some of the youngsters coming through the system. And, of course, it's about, developing them and not rushing them into first grade, because if you rush them into first grade, you don't want to affect their development. So, as fans, of course, we all want to sit here and say, let's throw them into the side, but that's not realistic, is it? It's not realistic. We can't just throw them into the side each week. That's not how it all goes. So, yeah, Jacko's saying here, is Crosby injured or something? I thought he may have got a run in the trials. No, he's not. I don't think he is, Jacko. I haven't heard anything on my end in regards to any injury update on Crosby. I don't think he's injured. I think he's all right. I think he's fit and ready. I'm not too sure what the go is with Toby Crosby, actually. I think I'm pretty sure he's going to be playing for the Flegg side this season. I could be wrong there. Correct me in the comments, but Yeah, he could be playing the flex side this year, the under-21s. But yeah, also just also looking at the players that I think personally be players to watch. Tennis Dale Smith, I see, has been named in the reserves, so it's good to see his name on the team sheet, especially in the reserves. So look, I think Tennis Dale Smith, I think maybe we'll get to see a couple of minutes from him in the second half, maybe a bit in the back end of the first half. Sam Healy's also been named in the reserves as well in the A team. So I think Sam Healy we'll probably see a bit more of him in the second half in this trial in particular. And I think he'll come on and play a bit of hooker for Wade Egan. I think Wade Egan will be taken off, maybe let's say at the back end of the first half, and then they'll throw in Samuel Healy to play that hooker spot. And also, I think another player that has been named the reserve, which I've just seen there, is Freddie Lussick. So, look, Freddie Lussick, if this is going to be a trial that he needs to stamp his claim for that spot, he's going to have to do it because Sam Healy is nipping at his heels for that 14 spot come round one. So, look, if Lussick does come on, play minutes, he's going to have a strong one for the minutes he's played because I think Samuel Healy is really nipping at his spot. So, that's going to be interesting to see what Lussick can do. And then you've got Chanel, which I think Chanel will come on, play a bit of halves there, play a bit of 5/8, and we probably will see the likes of your, Tamari Martins or your Luke Metcalfs come off and be rested be rested for the rest of the second half because I don't see Tamari or Luke Metcalf playing a full game in this one against the Storm. And then you probably throw in Luke Hanson. I think Luke Hanson may play a bit of halves, in particular in the second half. So, look, I think some majority of our New South Wales Cup side players will probably jump in and get a few minutes. And a lot of the first graders will come off. I think Webby will jump in there and rest them real quickly because we don't want to see injuries. We don't want to see any more injuries like we've seen with Dillon. So they're going to have to make sure Webby's going to have to be very curious and rest these players and get them off for that round one clash against the Raiders because we don't want to see any players come off with any injuries that, we don't need injuries, right? We don't need them anymore. We've got Dillon now, so, and then we'll probably see someone like a C.O. Kelly come on. I think C.O. Kelly will come on, play a bit of a wing there, maybe play a bit of wing for Roger. Maybe Tane will move a position, swap positions. See Geronimo Dawes also been named, so maybe we'll see Geronimo Dawes get a few minutes there and then maybe play him on the wing or play him at fullback there. I see Kalani Goins also been named, so Kalani might get a shot of arms in the second half. And then Jet Cleary, what will they bring on Jet Cleary? Will they give him a few minutes near and in the second half? I think maybe there's a real potential for Jet Cleary to get some game time in the second half and play a bit of halves with maybe a Hanson. Maybe it'll be a Hanson Jet Cleary halves combination in the second half for the Warriors in this trial game against the Storm. But look, players to watch, I think you've got to say Roger Tuivasa-Sheck on the wing for the Warriors. He's playing in a new position this year as well. And it looks like that will be his position going forward into this season. So I would say Roger on the wing there. Look, I think he will be in for a big one and want to prove a point on the wing. Players to watch, maybe a Leah Tower as well. I think Leah Tower wants to have a strong trial, particularly against the Storm. Also, I'll probably say Metcalf. Look out for Metcalf, looking to have another big performance for the Warriors. And Valmawanga as well in that second row, starting with Kirk Capewell and Ford, who needs to have a big one. So I think for me, those are the players to watch. And also Leka Haliasima coming off the bench, and he's one to really look out for, and a Tom Ale as well. So big question marks on Tom Ale. Is he going to be in the 17 come round one? Because he didn't play in that first trial against the Sharks, so he needs to have a big one to stake his claims for that spot in the 17 as well. So yeah, just going through your comments. So just bear with me. Healy's future staying on, but I'll keep Lussick as backup as well. You're not cast mash. He's proven to handle first grade. Yeah, I mean, look, based on experience, I understand your comment, Jacko. And look, Freddie Lussick's been around for quite a while. He's been there, done it. He's been a solid player for us. But But, look, I mean, I'm going to have to disagree a little bit on that one as well as a whole. Now, I know he's a future 9 for sure. But if you need some spark off the bench and you're bringing on Freddie Lussick for Wade Egan, it's a downgrade. Let's be quite honest. It's a downgrade. No disrespect to Freddie Lussick, but I think it's personally a little bit of a downgrade. Defensively, he's great, Lussick. So Healy, I think, can provide a bit of spark in terms of our attack, and we need that spark. If Egan does, well, he will not play for 80 minutes. Let's basically sum it up. He won't. So we need someone like a Healy to come off the bench, and I think he can do that role. I think he can do that role. And look, some people may say it's a bit early. It might be a bit of a risk to throw him in early. I mean, I get it. I understand that, but we need something different coming off the bench. And I think Freddie Lussick's more just a defensive player. He's more of a good defensive player. You need someone that could do that sort of backup role of 14 coming off the bench in terms of your hooker. And I think he provides something different from what I've seen. I agree. I like Freddie Lussick can make a lot of tackles in a short time. Look, I get it. I can understand people saying that. I can definitely understand it. He's a very strong defensive player, like I said, but we don't need just a good defensive player. We've got that in Egan, right? We've got that in Egan. I think Sam Healy, yes, he probably will need to improve his defence, no doubt about it. But he can provide something that I think would help the side. That's just what I think personally. Blair's saying here, Nathaniel Roach on the bench for the Storm, he better not carve us up. Well, you just never know, do you? A lot of players have come against us, always play well against us. Katoa against the Warriors last year, he had a cracking match. So it's just good to see young Nathaniel Roach there named. I've been a massive fan of him throughout his junior days at the Warriors. Have had a chat to him personally a couple before as well, and he's a nice bloke. Never met him in person, but it's just a shame that a couple of years ago he had all those injuries and not being able to quite stay on the field, which is a real shame in itself. But I'm looking forward to seeing how he goes. I really can't wait to see him in this game, and hopefully he comes. Look, if he comes on, let's hope he doesn't play well against us. But yeah, it's just good to see his name on the team sheet. His brother's playing for the Queensland Cup side, actually, on the Burleigh Bears. He's who played for us before, and he's playing for the Burleigh Bears, my local Queensland Cup side here on the Gold Coast. So yeah, it'd be good to see Nat in action there for the even if it's for the Storm. Yeah, I was just gonna wrap this up in a minute. So Freddie gets the stream more than ever. He puts on a bit of size. And I hope makes through the game uninjured. Yeah, I hope so too. My fingers are definitely crossed for that one. And Tahi Bros saying here, I like how Healy drags the defence around similar to Egan. Yeah, and that's right. They're definitely similar in a way. And look, Egan was very strong against the Sharks last week. He looked very promising. His performance looked promising there. Yeah, I thought he was did pretty well against the Sharks, Wade, especially in going from that game. He didn't have any strapping, which was good, which is a good sign. But I don't want to put the mocks on here just early on, but it's good to see he played particularly well. He got Sam Healy there, so yeah, he was great. I think he was great. But yeah, look, in terms of this game, obviously I said it last week. I am going to sort of repeat myself here, so apologies, guys. But like I've said, it's only a trial game, so even if we draw this game, win or lose this game, look, it means nothing, right? It's only a pre-season match. Fans, let's not get carried away. Let's get overexcited. Let's not overreact after a pre-season match. So, yeah, look, in regards to the Storm, place to watch Falango. I think Sualave Falango, man, he is such a quick. He's a little fullback. He's like Tane, right? He's a little fullback like Tane, but he's quite a elusive player as well. So I think Falango for me is probably a player I'll look out for in the Storm. Now, interesting, I've seen Michael Jennings been named at centre. So Michael Jennings is actually still around, which is crazy in itself. And C22 is also a player I think is on the that you've got to look out for in terms of a Storm player in this preseason trial. In particular, look, the Storm. Based on their lineup, obviously you got Bronson Garlick, who's played a bit of first grade, and Stefano Tukamanu, I think, is a player, we all know and see from his days at the Tigers. I think Bellamy's going to get the best out of Stefano Tukamanu this year. Melbourne, for me, going into the season look, I personally feel like they're the premiership favourites this year, based on the side that they've got, and they haven't lost a lot of players as well. So, and, not their full strength lineup, but they've still got some good quality talent across the pack, across the field there. Some unknown players that I've never seen before, but that'll be interesting to see how they all go as a whole there. But yeah, guys, if you got any more questions or comments, feel free to put them through. I will definitely wrap this up real soon, so I'll give you guys a few more minutes, and I will probably wrap this one up. So into Webby's saying here, it is Mitchell Jennings. Oh, right. Mitchell Jennings. My bad. Mitchell Jennings, not Michael Jennings. Wrong Jennings there. I got completely confused and mixed up. So my apologies. I butchered that. But yeah, Mitchell Jennings. Sorry to Michael Jennings. It's actually Mitchell Jennings there. But interesting enough, it's got the same last name. So I don't know whether they are related. But they could be could be different names. I've never seen him before. I've never seen him play, so it'd be new to see some of these different players from the Storm in action who I've never, heard of before. Jack is saying hopefully a close game, a blowout either way doesn't help anyone. Yeah, I don't think it will be a blowout, Jacko. I think it'll be a very close pre-season trial. And hopefully we don't see a lot of errors like we saw in the first trial. Hopefully we clean up on that error count going into this game. Hopefully we don't make too many errors, don't see too many penalties. Hopefully that's sort of cleaned up for this match. Look, it's okay to make one or two errors, couple of errors, but let's not overdo it and make too many. You don't want to see too many mistakes in a game, even though it's a preseason trial. So, yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up, everyone. That's just my preview. No prediction. I'm not going to give a prediction. It's a trial game, so I'm not going to predict a score. I'm not going to predict any trial scores. I'll leave that to the season games. But all I'll say is looking forward to seeing the boys in action this week. If anyone is in Hamilton and Waikato in New Zealand, go out and cheer for the boys. Go and give it a watch. I'm sure the boys will appreciate the support and the trial game. It's our only home trial game, so go and cheer them on. And go and give it a watch. Make sure you give it a watch. For those watching, if you're going to watch on Sky or Fox League or KO. So yeah, it will be good to see and watch these boys in action, especially Tane at fullback, especially a couple of the other players as well. And Roger, I'm looking forward to seeing Roger on the wing as well in this game. And to Webby, Christian, I love your work. I noticed you screen. Please get your eyes checked. My eyes are fine, bro. Nothing wrong with my eyes there. And Blair is saying great stream. And Jacko saying cheers again, Mr. Fenix, always fun. Also, Tahi Bro, will be interesting to see if Dimitric offloads again. That will be interesting to see as well, no doubt about it. We saw what the impact he brought coming onto the field with that offload. He's led to CNEX scoring that try as well. So into Webby, I'm fine. It's all good. I'm just looking at my laptop screen. So if anyone thinks I'm blinking or anything like that, I'm just looking at the laptop screen, which is right in front of my phone screen as well. So yeah, but guys, make sure you like the stream. Make sure you click the thumbs up button on the live stream if you haven't done so already. Click the like button, share the stream around. And if you are a new viewer to the channel or a returning viewer, please make sure you're hitting that subscribe button down below. Help us to get to 3K subscribers. We want to get to 3K by the start of the season coming up, or we want to get there by round 5 of the season. So help us get to 3K real soon. It's also much appreciated. And guys, stay tuned for more live streams as well. Like I said, there are a couple of live streams coming up tomorrow night I'll be doing a preview for the Māori All-Stars, Indigenous All-Stars. And also on the Saturday, I will be doing my live watch-along for the pre-season trial for the Warriors Melbourne Storm game and the Māori All-Stars, Indigenous All-Stars game as well. So 2 live watch-alongs for you guys on the Saturday on this channel. And tune in for the All-Stars preview, which I'll be doing on the channel tomorrow night as well. But thanks guys for watching. And I will go, and I'll see you all. I'll see you guys all in the next video and the live stream. Like, share, and subscribe. And up the waz. Have a good one.